Welcome to some random casual gameplay of Path of Exile 2 on PS5 Pro. I made a couple of videos, like some small little guides or what I thought of the game, and I did a part 1. I thought I would do a part 2, and that this time I would play a different class. So I talked about this before. When I showcase games, it's just about showing the gameplay. Not necessarily going to be exciting or entertaining. I'm not necessarily even going to be playing the game properly. My build might suck. The idea is to just kind of have people share their gameplay so that people can be like, oh, you know what? This actually does look half decent. Maybe I will pick it up in early access. So one of the things I really liked that I said in one of my videos where I talked about my first impressions of the game is how seamless you can go from one weapon to the next. So the Mercenary, which is what I'm playing here, generally will use a crossbow, but you can also use bows, and that also has to do with projectile damage, dexterity, and all that kind of stuff. Again, whether it's viable is a completely different story, but watch this really quick. I just think this is so cool. So I got the crossbow, and let's say I like fire off my shots, right, with the crossbow. Good for me. But now all of a sudden, I can hit my button skill, which is tied to a bow, and he pulls it out automatically. I just thought that was so freaking cool. And I find for myself the poison arrow, I mean, it seems to be doing a decent amount of damage, but that's why I was like, hey, you know what? I will shoot some poison to the group, and then I'll just, like, whatever. It's just really neat. I like that. Other RPGs don't really do that as far as I remember. And then this one obviously is a skill for more single target damage. But again, I'm also in a low level area zone. I'm going to try and plow through this somewhat quickly. This map, like I said as well before, it appears like it's the only map in the game where it doesn't seem to change. But I like being able to farm. No. Watch this now. Whoops. No, it helps if you face the boss. And then she got... knocked. And there you go. Because, again, you can also farm areas. You can reset them. You can do, like, chest runs and shit like that. You can grind. Whether or not you need to grind is another story. This is the character that, so far, I've been able to... oh, goodness. There we go. Been able to get the furthest in the quickest without having to call for help. I've been struggling a lot on my warrior. I die sometimes more on this guy, but during boss fights, all I do is just, like, run around, shoot an arrow, move out of the way, shoot some arrows, and stuff like that. And this one here, which does a lot of damage. That's not AoE, essentially. Yeah, see, it's always in the same area. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm surprised, even though I've already mentioned this, that despite the rocky launch of being able to, like, get in, once I've been in, the only time I found myself lagging was actually on boss fights, which I found a little bit suspicious. However, the game can pause, see? Completely pause, so it would notice that I would stutter for whatever reason was causing the stutter. And it would pause. See? Game paused. So I have to appreciate that for an online-only game. Yeah, when there's a lot of enemies, it can get a little overwhelming for obvious reasons. And then if you back up into another group of enemies, it appears like mobs have like an infinite range of aggro. They will just follow you until the end of time. You'll go from Act 1 to Act 3. That wolf is still gnawing away at your fucking foot. Not literally, but wouldn't surprise me, honestly. So I'm also experimenting here on the Mercenary. I keep wanting to call him a ranger, which is not accurate because I think ranger is an actual class. But me, I'm a weirdo. I'm a dude, and I don't like playing characters that are chicks, no offense. I like to, like, put myself in the role, if that makes any sense. So for me, I'm limited to to 3 classes right now. The Mercenary, the Monk, and the Warrior. I actually don't like that there are games out there that basically gate away a class on gender. So what if I want to be a witch? I could be a male witch, like a wizard. Apparently you can't do that. So, and again, I think you could in Diablo, couldn't you? You could pick whoever you wanted. You could make them male, female, like it didn't matter. So that I have to admit bugs me a little bit. The whole sorceress has to be a girl. It's like, why can't I be a sorcerer? You know what I mean? Like, just saying. So anyways, I'm just kind of spamming the same button there for the most part. Not particularly necessarily exciting. But on elites or enemies that'll have like a blue bar or a yellow bar, I'll definitely single them out. And when I run out of mana, which you can't see because my pumpkin head is blocking it, then I'll load my regular shot. This is just my regular crossbow shot. And it fires pretty fast, and it doesn't take up any mana. So I can do this in the meantime while I'm waiting for my mana to regen, which is pretty fast. And that is something I like about this game too, that most other games like this wouldn't have, I don't think. Is just the magical ability to regen your mana, and depending on the gear that you have, I have gear that heals me per hit, 2 health per hit. So when I do like something like this, I'm getting a lot of health back. And it's pretty neat. Yeah, so this is a lower level zone. I wish there was a way to have it so that if you wanted to, it's your own prerogative, you could scale down to the zone. Because what ends up happening is if you bring in your friends, which I had to do for a boss fight on my warrior, my friends came over, they're like level 40 or 50, but they got downscaled to me, so they didn't just come in and one-shot the boss. It was actually a pretty big fight. And it lasted for a good couple of minutes. Yeah, we've already been here. This is where the hidden one was. They got that refunds your skills. So again, I'm kind of making this look a little bit easy, but I'm also in a lower level zone. I might go to another zone in this video. I'm not too sure. This was more just to kind of visually show some of the different skills. Just a few of them, not too many of them. Here, I'll do another one. This one's more of like a widespread knockback shot. To be honest with you, between that and the incendiary one, having a bit of a hard time deciphering which one's a little bit better. They visually sort of kind of not really look similar. A lot of orangey shit. Enemies just kind of going flying back because it's got a knockback effect. Oh, this is where my red veil is. Okay. Because again, the map is dynamic. Remember, like I said, from the first map, which is static. I've never seen a change. Does a good job of just changing it, whether or not it's procedurally generated. Oh man, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But while I'm doing this, I'm also kind of farming, if you will, for like skill orbs and shit like that. I don't know if it helps if I'm in a higher level area. It might, if I'm expecting level 3 orbs. I don't think you're going to get them in this pipsqueak zone, because this is essentially like the zone that you hit, right? So... And then with the support gem, I have it so that my random shots actually have a chance to poison enemies. Which is why sometimes you'll see their bar go green. Actually, what I might do... I'm trying to show off the different zones here a little bit. The Grim Tangle. And then within the Grim Tangle... Oh, I see. Then it brings up the map for... Okay. Actually, that's not true. That's the Tomb of Consort. Anyways, let's just go to the Grim Tangle. Why? Why not? Because I can. And perhaps you can't. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this... Sorry, I was sneezing. This is the zone where, like... You know what I mean? Not that exciting. Ah, I'm level 10. Might as well go in. I'm probably going to have to go back to town. I may or may not pause that section. It's a part of the gameplay. 15%. Projectiles have 10% chance to chain in additional time. Sure, I'll do that. And then if I ever wanted to change it, I could do that and then start going into this section, which is, I think, the warrior section. Because over here, there's some juicy goodies that I really appreciate. Life regen. You'd be surprised, man. Life regen. Then you've got items that can heal on kills and then heal on hit. And then extra heals while you're moving. You almost don't need a potion. It's actually pretty wild that way. So you know what? Let me do it. We go ahead back to the Clearfell encampment. I'm assuming there's other towns. Again, this game feels very different from that other game we're supposed to not talk about. Diablo. It's okay to compare them. I mean, they are more alike together than comparing basketball to hockey. Right? Just saying. Oh, yeah, so anything that's, like, unidentified. I keep forgetting. I actually unlocked a hooded one on my Merc, which is, like, crazy to think because I soloed that and I couldn't do that on my warrior. Okay? Because ranged, again, is going to be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? 20% increased mana recovery from flasks. Lightning damage resist. That's a wand. This looks... see? Gain 6 enemy. Okay, so what are my gloves like? Gain 2 life per enemy hit with attacks. Oh, I like that. So those gloves I might actually put in the stash. I'm trying to do this thing where this is like my warrior stash. This is my mercenary stash. And then this is my monk, even though monk don't use shields. That's not the point. I haven't organized my shit yet. This looks pretty terrible. 150 health, 90 health. So it looks like... Sometimes I wonder if I should give that to my warrior. I don't know. I mean, you can always unequip it. These ones I tend to sell. Yeah, there's like different flasks. Some of them have perks on them. It's actually pretty cool how it does that and how it handles that. And we come to the well. You fill up your... I don't know why I have an extra charge. Oh, it's because it can hold more. Or it consumes less. Right. That's how that works. I'm going to go here. A lot of people have been spending money on the thingamabobber. You know, the thing there where, yeah, that one also. I'm not selling that one. Lesser flask. Yeah, it's lesser. It's beneath me. See? These are gems I wanna farm. So what I'm gonna do... Haven't been to the hunting grounds yet. Not gonna lie. I don't know if I want to go there. Go to the cemetery. Because it's creepy. Now, if I play the cemetery, how I've been playing... Oh, it's all, like, lit up and stuff. It's all bright. That's right, because when I first came here, before I killed... Anyways. Yeah. No, that's that one. Yeah, let's do this. It's all, like, bright. That's actually really cool, because I think I lifted the curse. Because it felt like it was, like, nighttime, and it was a little bit more eerie, and... There, uncut skill gem. Literally what I'm trying to farm. But before I pick it up... That's a 3 that I already have on me. Cha-ching! Bling, bling. Sorry. I've really been wanting to farm those. And then if I get too many on here, I can give it to my alt by putting it in the stash. All our gold is shared. It's pretty cool. Oh. Gotta break through that shield. Oh, it's a gold. Those can be a lot harder to kill. Can be. And that's random, too. You could come back to this map 10 times, and you won't see the gold just because he appeared the first time and you died or something like that. Or you didn't die, you killed it. You come back, it's a purple. Yeah, like it's really dynamic. It's just really cool. Again, there are things that bug me about the game, and I vocalize that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Things I wish were a little bit different. But it is what it is. So I'm just enjoying it for what it is. And it's okay again. I don't know why I gotta keep saying this, but there are people that are like, you know, this game sucks, and then they give you a bunch of valid reasons why they think it sucks for them. And then you'll have people that are just like, meh, 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 meh. And you get all like, I don't know, triggered, I guess is the word. And I'm just like, I didn't create the game. You're not hurting my feelings if you think the game sucks. Like, I really never understood that. I really like this area now that it's actually all opened up. Like, with light, I mean. Again, I'm gonna... Yeah, this one's more of a shrapnel-y kind of thing. I can't... Because I don't want to always be using, like, 100 different shots, right? I don't think you really need to do that. I find the poison arrow, though, is just really nice. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, it's really fast. It hits hard. It'll suck your mana dry, but... being sucked dry is not always a bad thing. Know what I'm saying? If the things are gonna drop dead, so be it. And again, this is just my regular bow shot. No, I don't need scrolls of wisdom. And I am, too, what was I going to say? Am enjoying... I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm enjoying the combat, like when I'm not getting my ass completely handed to me, to the point where it's like, I don't mind grinding because it's challenging. I think, like, if you're not careful, you are going to get stomped the fuck out by these regular enemies. Like, it's just gonna happen. Maybe not so much here because I'm at a couple of levels higher there, and that can make a big difference, but yeah, don't get it twisted. One of the places I like to go to farm is inside the towers where I killed those 2 bosses that were really hard. So that slam that he did, that used to take a couple of levels back. That used to take like almost all of my health. Here, I'll show you something. I'll let myself get smacked up a bit. Watch. See how I'm just like gaining a bunch of health? Awesome, without having to use the potion. Oh my god, have I really been rambling for 20 minutes? So I think I'm just gonna like end the video here. I thought I was like 5 or 6 minutes in. Whatever, I'm having fun. Getting lost in the moment. So yeah, in my next video that I make, I don't know how many more of these videos I'm gonna make. So many games come out so quickly, right, that it can be overwhelming to keep up with all the games and stuff like that. Usual, like, casual gameplay videos like this, I try to do at least 3. So it's like a trio. Oh, I'm already... Really? Oh, I see. Oh, no, I can't do that. Nah, whatever. I'll just port back and that'll be the end of that. Yeah, the skills, the shots of the bows too, I find them very visually appealing. Some games I find with the bow, there's not a lot of visual aesthetics oftentimes, and this one's quite generous in that department. Yeah, so who knows? I don't know if this will replace my warrior. Probably not replace it. But like the rogue and, you know, the Templar, like there's some cool stuff that's going to be coming out in 6 months when the game fully releases. And that's going to be probably next summer. By then, I'll probably want to check it out again. I'm probably still going to play Diablo, to be honest with you. When I feel like I want to cheat and have an easier game to play, I'll probably do that. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me. Maybe in the next one, I'll play a little bit of the monk. Monk is fun, but he is by far the one I'm struggling with the most. Like, oh my god, it's bad. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with that algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your hand. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be fantastic. Excuse me. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe, just maybe, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.